And welcome to our continued coverage of the TIA 2016 Network of the Future Conference here in Dallas, Texas. We want to thank all of our TIA ICT Startup Challenge participants. The selection was great, and we know the competition was tough. We're joined today in the Dell TI Now studio with Dr. Eric Black. He's the Chief Technology Officer of Pivotal Communications and also TIA's ICT Startup Challenge winner. And Eric, may I call you that?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Winning first prize at the TIA ICT Startup Challenge just moments ago. I want to just talk to you just right off the bat about your presentation and really the technology that you brought forward and really the history behind that.
Right. So our technique, holographic beamforming, we've been incubating it for several years now, trying to reduce it to practice where it would be something that's commercially viable in the real world. The world is kind of, or the road to beamforming in general is kind of littered with a lot of bodies from people who have been trying to do this type of stuff for a long time, phased arrays, MIMO systems. So I think we've gotten to the point now where we really have something that's going to be truly value creating for carriers and OEMs at the end of the day.
Now, there have been some companies and some groups over a number of years, as you know, that have tried this similar technology. Why is it sort of coming to fruition now for you?
So beamforming is certainly not a new thing. I mean, phased arrays have been around for at least 100 years as a technology, but they've always been these defense-grade artifacts that, I showed a picture of one of them in my presentation that I think the price tag on that was something in the order of $1 million. So that's not going to work for something you want to throw up in poles and cell towers across the country, and especially under a densification scenario like we're seeing in 5G. So the holographic beamforming technique is actually pretty new, especially as applied to the RF domain. When I say hologram, you usually think of this thing you look at, and it's got some light shining on it, and you can see an image of something. How do you map that to the RF domain was really the core innovation going on with our team, and showing that can be used cheaply and efficiently. And I think that piece of it, that C-swap advantage, the low cost, the low size, the low weight, the low power consumption, is really going to be the thing that puts us over the top, where other organizations that used other forms of beamforming, like phased arrays, didn't really manage to get there at the end of the day.
So is your technology an alternative to what the industry calls MIMO systems?
So absolutely. A MIMO system is fundamentally different from ours. With a MIMO system, you've got a full-up radio chain behind every single radiating element. That's different from ours, where we just have a very simple, very cheap control element behind every single sub-element in the antenna. So that gives us a pretty substantial cost advantage over a MIMO system. It's going to be interesting to go head-to-head, just because MIMO's been this thing that people have been looking at on paper for a while now and getting really excited about. But it feels like MIMO's hitting the top of that hype cycle where the rubber's going to hit the road real quick for MIMO, and it'll be interesting to see what happens there with their type of approach versus ours.
Now, I know you were a part of a 5G track session here at the conference. Now, did that already occur, or is
yes.
Okay, yeah, so how was Pivotal Communications Technologies received in a panel like that?
There was a lot of curiosity. People have certainly, it's a new enough technique that most people have not heard of it, and they wanted to understand it, and particularly when you come out and make a statement like, oh, we're going to have the best C-swap out there, people start digging into that. So I think we're definitely getting some people interested in us, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of connections we've made here at TIA that go forward with us into the future.
So you feel that your technology, as other companies may feel the same way, it's a progressive technology that needs a bit of time to educate the industry on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to take a little bit for them to kind of wrap their heads around it and understand, wow, okay, this
is for real.
This meets a need for us, and the business case actually closes for it. Whereas the phased array MIMO approaches, that's not so clear the business case closes for them.
Well, Eric, congratulations again, winning TIA's ICT Startup Challenge here at the TIA conference, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll shake hands. And thank you for joining us at TIA 2016, right here from the Dell TI Now studio. For more coverage, please visit tinow.org. So long.